Good morning, all. Camelback Trading 2724 and the Pit Futures Trading.com. Coming to you this Wednesday morning, February 26th. We're looking at partial day of yesterday's market profile of SPY ETF. Remember, I had them in 14 tick increments yesterday. I have them in 6 tick increments because I want to basically go over, basically like a battleground, what both sides want to do, need to do. So, I gave you all the reference points yesterday afternoon. So if you don't have them, please watch yesterday's video prior to trading. But I want to talk about what's taking place right now. Now, remember, we had a price probe where M took out K's low. We had a price spike when J took out I's low. Good part. Now, our pre-market high and low all over the place, as high as 315.05, which is exactly the price spike, and as low as 309.08. But as of right now, for past hour or so, we've been trading between the price spike and the price probe. Pre-market volume at 3 million, still very good with an hour to go. You see all this volume done here. Remember, we had a huge range yesterday, but a good part of this volume. We did 218 million shares yesterday. That's the most I've seen in a long, long time, on top of the 170 million we did the day before. So long-term money is selling this. And as you can see with all this, it's the highest volume by far throughout the day. The white is the lowest amount of volume. So what is this telling us? Well, it could be telling us a couple of things. There's a lot of absorption going on here by buyers, and it could also possibly be sellers getting caught at the lower end of the range. So this is why it's so important what happens this morning. So right now, with an hour to go before the opening, the price probe is being rejected. Downside price probes have been rejected tremendously throughout the last year or two. Now, the last 2 days with something totally different, so we wanted to see what would happen, but right now, it's still the same. However, your price spike is still there. So I think the biggest thing is if sellers are able to defend this price spike and this first set of single prints that we have, then they have a good chance of pushing down again and testing yesterday's low. However, if buyers are able to hold the price probe, get above the price spike, and at least take back a first set of single prints, well, you might have a lot of people that are caught short here. Now, again, I'm not saying the market's good, but you can certainly get that rally. I expected a rally yesterday. I was very surprised the way they just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. So if that's the case, and you do get people caught short, you can at least take back the first set of single prints and maybe even trade back up to the widest part in the profile. Now, we're only 5 wide there, but again, that could be a reference point. Remember, we have a gap $7 above this entire day from yesterday that we didn't even get near. So the buyers have their work cut out for them tremendously, but they have to take baby steps, and that's the first step. Now, me personally, I said yesterday I would love to have seen this market open lower, gap lower, flush out, get down to around that 304, 307 level, around the 200-day moving average, around that monthly gap, and see what we got. Right now, that's not going to happen. Could happen later in the day or later in the week, but right now it's not. Also remember, a close below 320.36 tomorrow night, and it's an outside month down, which will be very bearish. So what's the game plan for this morning? Well, you're going to get tremendous, tremendous chop. You know, yesterday's low is 311.69, and the price spike is 315.05. That's $3.50 right here. Right? That's a bigger range than we get. We have 10-day balances with a $3.50 range sometimes. So I think you're going to get tremendous chop in here. So I'd be very, very careful. If in B period we start one-time framing up, if we battle in here the whole time, you start one-time framing up, well, then there's a good chance you can get some sort of that relief rally that I'm talking about, and then I would go long. Remember, you'd be in balance, in value. Your risk reward isn't the best, but when your value is this huge, you're going to still have a better risk reward than on a balance that's maybe only $1 wide the whole day. Okay? So that would be one trade for me if buyers keep absorbing, we start one-time framing up to get some sort of a relief rally, then I would go long. On the flip side, if we battle in here all of A period, get the price spike, fail at this first set of single prints, and B period starts down and starts one-time framing down, well, then I'm going to get on board because odds are you're going to at least test settlement, and if not, yesterday's low. Look, like I said yesterday, you don't have to make a trade in A period. The range and volume that we are getting now is setting up for multiple opportunities. So don't blow the day in A period trying to guess what's going to happen here, because it's going to whip all over the place. What I do want to see at some point is the volume taper off, and I'm hoping it's below yesterday's low. You're not going to get tremendous volume, and everybody thinks, you get that capitulation and huge volume, and then we go the other way. Generally not the case. You want to see the volume dry up and be the laggards selling it at the end, where you get a better sense that the long-term plays are done selling, at least for the short term. And then on the charts, again, monthly, I just said, very important over the next couple of days if the bulls want to have a chance not to have an outside month down, to get back into last month's range. I'm not going to even show you the weekly. That chart keeps acting funky on me. As you can see, I'll have to fix that at the end of the week. But it's down with a gap. And then the daily, again, actually it was just under 219 million, right? We're one-time framing down now, 4 days from the all-time high. So this sell-off, not only is it a pretty nice percentage, but it's coming from the all-time high. Pretty interesting, right? Remember we said you'll hit the all-time high and you'll never know it? There's not going to be a band playing with fireworks going off. Well, that's kind of what happened so far, right? So pretty interesting. And the all-time high is in the after hours. So, again, my wish would be to go lower and test this area and see if the long-term selling dries up there. It doesn't matter what I want. It matters what the market wants to do. So there's a good chance, at least early, you're going to trade inside of the bottom area, bottom of the balance from yesterday, before we get a direction either to start eating away at the trend day, or we come back down and test yesterday's low. Be smart, be patient, have a great day trading, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.